Last night, your brain created an entire world, and you believed every second of it. You flew. You passed exams you never studied for. You felt fear, joy, even pain. But here's the strange part. None of it was real. So why did it feel more real than reality itself? Tonight, let's uncover what your brain is really doing when you dream. Maybe you dreamt you could fly, soaring over cityscapes, or that you aced a final exam you haven't even taken yet. That feeling of confusion, that blur between the dream world and the waking world, is something we all experience. It makes you wonder, why do our dreams feel so incredibly real in the moment, yet so often turn out to be completely fantastical? What's going on inside our brains when we're asleep? Today, we're going to dive deep into the fascinating science of dreaming to uncover why our dreams, as convincing as they are usually not a reflection of reality. First, let's talk about the brain's state during sleep. When we enter the REM stage, or rapid eye movement sleep, which is when most of our vivid dreaming occurs, our brain becomes surprisingly active. In fact, some parts of our brain are even more active than when we're awake. The limbic system, which includes the amygdala and the hippocampus, goes into overdrive. This is the emotional center of our brain, responsible for feelings like fear, joy, and anxiety, as well as memory formation. This is why our dreams are often so emotionally charged. We might feel pure terror while being chased by a monster, or overwhelming happiness when reuniting with a lost loved one. The brain is essentially running emotional simulations, and because the emotional centers are so active, these feelings seem completely genuine to our sleeping selves. At the same time, another crucial part of our brain takes a bit of a nap, the prefrontal cortex. This is the area right behind your forehead, and it's like the CEO of your brain. It's responsible for rational thought, logic, impulse control, and self-awareness. When the prefrontal cortex powers down during REM sleep, our ability to question the bizarre events unfolding in our dreams disappears. Think about it. If you saw a talking squirrel giving you financial advice while you were awake, your prefrontal cortex would immediately flag that as absurd. But in a dream, it seems perfectly normal. The absence of this internal critic is a key reason why we accept the most illogical scenarios without question. Flying pigs? Sure, why not? Your childhood home is suddenly on the moon? Makes perfect sense. The brain's logic filter is offline, allowing imagination to run wild. So where do all these strange ideas and images in our dreams come from? They are essentially a mishmash of our daily experiences, memories, fears, and desires. Our brain acts like a creative DJ, sampling bits and pieces from our memory banks and remixing them into a new, often nonsensical narrative. That weird conversation you overheard at the coffee shop, the face of a stranger you passed on the street, the stress from an upcoming work deadline, all these fragments can be woven together into a dream. The brain is trying to process information and consolidate memories from the day. This process, known as memory consolidation, involves strengthening important memories and discarding irrelevant ones. Dreaming might be a byproduct of this nightly mental housekeeping. It's like your brain is cleaning out its files, and you're just watching the random clips as they go by. Another fascinating theory is the threat simulation theory. This idea suggests that dreams evolved as a sort of virtual reality training ground for our ancestors. By dreaming about dangerous situations, like being chased by a predator or falling from a height, they could practice their fight or flight responses in a safe environment. This would have given them a survival advantage. When you wake up with your heart pounding after a nightmare, it's because your brain and body have just run a full-scale emergency drill. So while that monster under your bed wasn't real, the fear you felt and the physiological response were. The dream isn't predicting a real threat, it's just helping your brain stay sharp and prepared for potential dangers in the waking world. Now let's talk about the feeling of physical sensation in dreams. Have you ever dreamt you were eating the most delicious meal and you could almost taste it, or felt the pain of an injury in a dream? This is because the brain regions that process sensory information, like the somatosensory cortex, can also be active during REM sleep. Your brain is generating these sensations internally. However, your body is largely paralyzed during this stage, a phenomenon called REM atonia. A signal is sent from the brainstem down the spinal cord to inhibit your motor neurons, preventing you from physically acting out your dreams. This is a crucial safety mechanism. Imagine if you weren't paralyzed while dreaming you were fighting a dragon. You might end up punching your pillow, or worse, your bed partner. So while your mind is running, jumping, and fighting, your body stays safely still. But what about those dreams that feel prophetic, the ones where you dream something and then it happens? This is often due to a combination of coincidence and our brain's incredible ability to find patterns. We have thousands of dreams throughout our lives, most of which we forget. When a dream happens to align with a future event, it stands out in our memory. We forget the 999 other dreams that were complete nonsense and focus on the one that seemed to come true. It's a classic case of confirmation bias. Furthermore, our subconscious mind is constantly processing information and anxieties. You might dream that your car breaks down because subconsciously you've been noticing a weird noise it's been making for weeks. When it finally does break down, it feels like the dream predicted it, but really your brain was just connecting the dots while you slept. So to sum it all up, our dreams feel incredibly real because the emotional and sensory centers of our brains are highly active, creating a rich, immersive experience. At the same time, the logical, rational part of our brain is offline, so we don't question the bizarre nature of it all. The content of our dreams is a creative collage of our memories, emotions, and daily experiences, possibly serving to consolidate memories or rehearse responses to threats. And while our mind experiences these vivid adventures, our body is safely immobilized. Dreams are not a window into an alternate reality or a crystal ball for the future. Instead, they are a window into ourselves, our fears, our hopes, our memories, and the incredible, complex workings of our own minds. They are a testament to the boundless creativity of the human brain, capable of building entire worlds every single night from the scraps of our waking lives. The next time you wake up from a wild dream, don't worry about whether it was real. Instead, marvel at the amazing storytelling power of your own brain. It's your own private movie screening every single night. Thanks so much for exploring the world of dreams with me today. If you found this fascinating, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures into the human mind. Let me know in the comments about the weirdest dream you've ever had. I'd love to read them.